Welcome back to the channel, and today we're in for a special treat as I'm reviewing Lufthansa's first class, the Allegris cabin on their A350-900. Please follow me on Instagram at BrandonJohnson10K for behind the scenes looks at content that I will be reviewing in the future. So this is quite the treat. This is the Allegris suite here. So as we enter, we have a tablet. So this tablet does detach from the wall. I'll show you that a little later in the review. That really controls everything on the in-flight entertainment screen. You got a light up there. You got 3 different types of pillows. So we look back here. That is actually for a water bottle. There wasn't one in there. Here you've got a lamp. You've got a couple different settings on the brightness that you can put that to. Here's the seat control. So you can control the seat from that side as well as the tablet. So you have multiple options there. So I'm trying to open this compartment there, but I'll make a second clip of that. So down here you've got the charging port, universal charging port, USB-C outlet. Got the traditional rows there, huge in-flight entertainment screen. So you have a closet there to put a jacket, and there's a space below that you can put something, maybe, I don't know, some other types of clothes. You've got the safety card there, blanket, the menus there. This ottoman, this goes up, so you can fit a backpack and a small rollerboard. Smaller rollerboard, your shoes down there. Here you've got the wireless charging block here. Portion of the table. And you got the rows. You've got 3 windows that you can look out. You have your own individual air vent, so that was well thought out, and that does come in handy. You've got some lighting along the board up top there, and here are the doors, which I'll show you that later. So there's the USB-C port and the headphone jack, but you won't really need the headphone jack. We'll talk about that in a moment. And there's the ottoman. So that button there allows you to move the ottoman back and forth. There is a seat belt back there, so you could have a companion come and dine with you actually. So that's pretty cool. Here's how you control the window shades. Keep in mind, these were during all different phases of flights. It's hard to get it all in one take when you're new to the product. So that closes the windows, and you'd open them. It really closes and opens all 3. I don't think you can individually control each. I don't believe so, but cool nonetheless. Gives you a blackout feature when you want to sleep. There's the signature heavy table. It's super heavy on the 747-8. Same here, very solid and sturdy. So you can pull that towards you. And here's a look at the tablet. This was later on in the flight, so that does detach, so you can control it a little more comfortably in your lap. And here's what the suite looks like with the doors closed. So it goes up pretty high, not quite to the ceiling, but yes, you definitely have a real door, real privacy there. And here's a look at it from the other side, as if you're coming in the suite, kind of what the bed looks like in the lie flat position. You'll notice how wide it is, so very comfortable there. No problem sleeping at all on this. So they did give you slippers as well as pajamas for the flight, and those were very comfortable. And you got Bluetooth headphones, so that's a nice touch there. And you did have a pre-departure beverage. You could get olives and nuts. I don't like olives, so just the nuts for me. So stay tuned after the takeoff for more. Okay, so let's take a look at the first class bathroom. So you've got just the one bathroom, essentially for, I'd say, 3 passengers. Now there was just 2 passengers on this flight. Here you've got the L'Occitane lotion, you've got towels, you've got the Austin Bader products up there. Other than that, pretty standard bathroom, decent size, fairly easy to change into your pajamas in this bathroom. Now here's a look at the menu. So the nice thing about the menu flying Lufthansa first class, I mean, you could order these things at any time. It doesn't have to be in this particular order, just as you wish. So I'm gonna let you take a look at the rest of the menu and the drink menu, and I'll be back with more on the flight. Okay, so the dining service started off with a hot towel. Looks like you've got a rose petal there. So here's the amuse-bouche. This was carrot tartare with avocado and passion fruit. Then, of course, had to have the caviar. Got with onions, lemon, got the sour cream, cheese, toast points, olive oil, vinaigrette mix there for the garlic bread, and butter as well. Delicious. Next up, had the pata negra with parmesan panna cotta and green asparagus, and an herb salad with pecan and radish. Very good, but this was honestly my favorite. This soup, chervil cream soup with semolina dumpling and sauteed spinach leaves. I really should have had another plate of that one. My main dish, I had the Riesling risotto with green asparagus and arugula with Roquefort cheese, essentially blue cheese. And later on, I had the cheese plate. I won't even try to pronounce the cheeses, but you got crackers there with that. And had some tea with my dessert, the creme caramel. And later on, dessert, I had the bourbon vanilla ice cream. So Wi-Fi is complimentary for first class passengers. You get that voucher code. The unfortunate thing is that about a quarter of the way through the flight, the Wi-Fi stopped working. So unfortunate, it happens, but just know that you do get voucher codes for flying Lufthansa first class. But here's a look at the price for the full flight if you were paying for it. So 20, yeah, so it's, I guess, decent price if it's working. It's an 11-hour flight from Munich to San Diego. So here's a look at the in-flight entertainment. So here you can make all your selections here. So you really operate on the tablet. So when you select something there, it'll go pop up on the screen. And this is also, you can control your lighting here, as well as the seat, get flight connection information when they have it available closer to the landing. And you get absolutely massive screen there. And you've also got the plane camera angles, 5 different plane camera angles, which to me that's the most I've ever seen. Usually the most is 3. But yeah, they'll give you 5 with Lufthansa. There's a video on how to operate your first class suite, or the features of it, more or less. So that's handy for sure. Got entertainment, Wi-Fi, dining. So you can scan the QR code if you didn't want to look at the actual menu part of it. but really intuitive tablet there. And there's a look at the camera, just one of the angles. This was before takeoff that I was taking a look at that. And right before landing, chocolates were handed out, so nice touch on that. Really my thoughts about it, the product is excellent. Very private. Now I was in seat 1K. I will say that 1K is probably the most private seat. Now if you're in 1A on the other side, not saying it's not private, but the double bed suite is opened on the other side, so I guess it's a little less traffic. So if first class were full, you'd have a little more foot traffic on that side as opposed to 1K where there's a wall up between that, so you can't see even into that suite. So say 1K is the seat to get if you're flying solo. Food was excellent. Flight attendants excellent. Really lovely experience with Lufthansa. It had been a while since I've last flown first class on Lufthansa in the 747-8. But this particular route was kind of surprised. This is a first class route, honestly, from Munich to San Diego. Not sure what the ties are there, but it's nice to experience the Allegris first class product on an 11-hour flight. I'd say that's good value for that. But overall, excellent experience, and I would love to do it again. But actually, I would love to try out the business class to see how that is in Allegris, as well as premium economy to check out all cabins on the aircraft. So let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, appreciate you watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this with a friend. Thank you.